Hello, Cancer signs. Welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be for the week of the 15th, going to the 21st of April. So let's dive in. Just to let you guys know, I mentioned the winners about over a week ago now. So 3 people have now claimed their winnings. So make sure you go and check my post on my community page where I announced the winners. I did tag them in it, so you guys may have won. All right, so make sure you go and look because 3 people don't know that they've won yet. So go check that out because it could be you. But anyway, I'm going to dive into the reading. I just felt like I wanted to mention that just to make sure that the people who entered and won, just let you know, 3 of you are out there. So all right, let's dive in. Let's see what's going on for you, Cancer. Let's see what's going on. Please, Spirit, for Cancer signs this week. You have patience. And you have your crown chakra coming up and being of significance this week, okay? Pay attention to your dreams. They have some significance. Pay attention to the messages, downloads, the things that you just know because you feel like it was told to you, spoken to you by something higher than yourself, okay? Because it clearly, the universe is clearly trying to message you. They're trying to talk to you here, okay? But make sure that you're clearing your mind, finding some silent spots or some peaceful moments if you can to really kind of connect to your spirit guides, to the universe here, because they're trying to contact you. All right. You also have patience here. So some of you'd need to hear that this week. It does require some sort of patience. If it's an answer that you seek, all right, they're already trying to tell it to you, but maybe it's your frustrations and your mind is taking like, when is this going to happen? Or when am I going to get this answer? I feel like some of you already know. It's just that you're not listening. So if you're patient with it, if you learn to let it go, most of the time when we actually let something go and forget about it, it happens, or we finally get that clarity. It's because you're able to actually be in silence and listen to it. You're no longer like crazy about it, okay? So some of you might need to hear that, but let's carry on. Let's get a few more cards for you from different oracle decks for Cancer signs, please. Okay, Ooh. You have loyal hearts and the fate. So some fated situations happening in terms of your love life or partnerships here. They might be separate messages, so we'll dive into it in a second. You also have why. Now, that coming through with the crown chakra is actually quite powerful. Some of you might really be getting some like divine communication about your purpose. Here, this lady is asking all the right questions here, and she's actually looking into the Akashic record books, which is a book where our life currently and our past lives and our future lives are all held, okay? So some of you could really be tapping into some deeper, deeper spiritual messages here. But yeah, you seem to be asking questions. And again, the universe is trying to contact you about it, but it's just that you need some patience with receiving the message. Again, meditation will really be your best friend, Cancer. So some of you really need to step into doing that. Find some quiet time. Observe the thoughts. Don't try to control them. Okay. Observe your thinking, because at some point with practice, you will get a lot of clarity. So the fates and unloyal hearts. Now, you are going to feel like the universe is around you this week, and I am just sensing that throughout your reading, that there is this divine presence around you this week, which is good. Just like this lady here. The stars can represent maybe some wishes or dreams, or just feeling like the universe is around you, feeling safe, feeling supported, feeling protected. It could be pertaining to a love relationship, or again, there's some significance around that. I will dive in a little bit more and go through that just so I can make sure I'm not mixing up the messages. Right, I'm going to take the one that's showing itself to me. It's release. The others that I just fell off the table. What's going on with the chakra cards? The other ones that fell were faced like that to me. And I think there's another card here. What's going on with this deck? It wasn't doing that with Pisces. This one's upside down. Right, you have the release card. Let me just go pick it up and then I'll come back. Let me just quickly grab it. Crazy. What's going on in your reading? Right, you're the release, okay? This is asking you to release something. Some of this could be past events, okay? So I'm going to try and keep it general for everybody, because for some of you, this could be releasing the need to know something right now. Be patient with it. Try step into some silence. I'll tell you the story behind this card so that I can describe it a bit better to you, because this lady here is being haunted. She's in a graveyard and she's being haunted by all these things of her past, or things that have come to an end in her life, but she's still lingering around it. She's not fully released it just yet. And she's covering her ears because all of a sudden she starts to hear her own voice blaming herself for things. So for some of you, one thing that you need to release is guilt. Some of you, one thing that you need to release is kind of repeating memories here that might make you feel a certain way. All right, it's a very gray, cloudy card, and one with rain, which kind of represents tears and turmoil. So for a lot of you, you have to really let go of things that are still hurting you. Okay, whether that's a person, whether those are memories. For most of you, it could even be your own sense of feelings here, having to release guilt or blame. The card also represents blaming others, maybe even as well. It's time to let go of the blame. It's time to move forward and away from that. Your life is not dictated solely from your past. Of course, it plays an influence, but it's what you do in the present and moving forward that's really the biggest factor of where your life is going. It's how you learn to control and navigate through kind of difficult situations. Okay, and it may very well be somebody else's fault that you feel stuck or that you feel upset or whatever, but at the end of the day, it's up to you to release it and move forward and not let it drag you down. But don't get triggered at me. All right, you have expansion coming through, so they're wanting you to release and expand. You can't grow if you're still holding on to things that are pulling you down or pulling you back. Again, that could be your own mental state. Some of you need to have a little bit more of a positive way of speaking to yourself, no longer blaming yourself, no longer shunning. I'm hearing shunning yourself. It's time to expand and grow. And to do that, this is the throat chakra here. You have to really acknowledge the truth in order to expand, okay? I do want to pull another one of these cards for Cancer signs. You have passion coming in. All right. I do feel like you're getting your color back after you release something. So that's like that glow up energy. That's you kind of feeling like getting your mojo back. You've expanded passion. So some of you will be discovering what makes you passionate. Okay, this can be something that you end up making a career out of, or just something that you find a hobby out of. But the story behind this card is to not care about other people's opinions of what you find joy in. Okay, this lady, she's a princess, and in her free time, she goes to the homes of the elderly, and she goes and she reads to people who may not have family or whatever the story is in this deck. But the thing is, that newspaper underneath the chair is gossip. It's about her, like judging her. Why did she do that in her spare time? But she doesn't feel the need to explain herself because it's something that she's passionate about and it brings her joy. And that's that, she does it in her free time. So for a lot of you, you could really be having to release other people's expectations of yourself and judgments of you and what you find passion in, or what you enjoy doing, even if it's a job or if it's a hobby. You could be worrying too much about other people's opinions here. All right, well, let's get you some keywords and then we'll dive into your tarot. For Cancer signs, please, Spirit. Purpose, wow, and envy. Here we go. Pretty much what we've been saying. It does feel like Spirit is trying to really contact you, and I'm hearing contact, like message. I don't know. I feel like someone has a message for you in the spirit world. Again, it could just be your spirit guides, but it's a specific message, contact, as if it's like a phone call from the universe. Like you're getting a phone call. Purpose, I know what I'm here to do. An affirmation coming up for you guys here. And you also have envy. The affirmation for this, if you're ever having envy or experiencing envy, is I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Okay, something to remember if you ever feel like you're envious of others because their life seems to be so different to yours. It's about understanding that you can still achieve similar things, but your path just looks very different. Okay. And so does other people's. You never really know what's going on in people's lives or behind their eyes. So it's something to remember if you're ever feeling a little bit anxious and envious. But you're stepping into your purpose. I like this. I think the universe is truly trying to help you. Five of Swords is the first card in a tarot deck that you guys have coming up. So this represents arguments, separation, falling out with people. It could you have the death card here as well. This is my card of conflict, and I know not everyone reads it like that, but it's almost like saying really bitter things. I'm not saying you're doing that, but you could be walking away from people who are doing that to you. People who are just trying to win against you. This could again be the envy. The Five of Swords and the Death card is definitely some sort of ending here. But let's clarify the Five of Swords. The Wheel of Fortune. Now that's that Fates card coming in again. The Wheel of Fortune to me, of course, is like expect the unexpected. Things are changing. The wheel is turning. It's very similar actually also to that Patience card, because we do have that clock here. Divine timing is at work here, specifically around a situation where you feel at a loss or a bit heartbroken about. Five of Swords is taking the Three Swords with it. So, Wheel of Fortune, the Five of Cups. Feels like some disappointing times have plagued you, Cancer. The message behind the Five of Cups is things have been disappointing for you, absolutely. But the message is here to not just focus on what's spilt, what's gone wrong, but to focus on what you still have left. Okay, there is something here that is gonna be helpful to you. It's really about paying attention to where your attention is going, Cancer. If it's going on just a negative and the past here, then we might need to release that and move forward. Like what's done is what I'm hearing. It's okay to be upset, that's okay, but get ready to move forward is almost what I'm saying, what I'm trying to say, because the Wheel of Fortune again is like, yeah, things happen. We have good and bad on this wheel. Bad things happen, but get ready for good things too. You know, I think you guys have had like a little bit of a sequence of bad in your life. Like, anyways, 3 could be significant in terms of time frames or how many things have happened to you lately that are quite significant. Okay. Let's tap in. Let's go into the 7th chakra here and see what the universe is trying to say to you. What are the messages here with the crown chakra? 3 of Cups could be something surrounding a friendship, could be important here, or spirit's trying to move you towards your soul tribe or some sort of celebration, success. Clarify the crown chakra. 9 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands. This feels very good. The King of Pentacles. There could be a financial opportunity coming away. If you are self-employed, then this looks good for your finances and your success. Others of you, this could actually be you getting some recognition for your work, maybe a pay rise, or you're going to find yourself being in a better financial position. One where you're feeling more confident. You're going to have a lot of people who have your back here. The 6 of Wands has people supporting them. So you guys definitely are coming into a situation or being called to a situation, most likely to do with being around the right people. 6 of Wands, 3 of Cups, a lot of good friendships, people who have your back here. 9 of Pentacles, feeling financially abundant and financially free and feeling like you're able to really kind of take that time to yourself. King of Pentacles, could be a person, again, it could be a boss or something like that, or that could represent you if you are really working on your finances. Right, what's the Patient card here? One more. 7 of Pentacles and the Hermit. Now, the Hermit is about assessing and analyzing something. If you're not seeing results straight away, Cancer, they're asking you to be patient with it. 7 of Pentacles is usually like you are turning up for yourself every day or doing the mundane things, and maybe you're not seeing the results happening just yet, you know, or only a little bit. The Hermit and the 7 of Pentacles, I am feeling like you're in a time of reassessing something. Sorry, I'm not speaking very well. Taking some time out for yourself is going to be quite important actually for you to realize what might need some adjusting. It's Mercury retrograde. It's about reassessing anyway. So don't expect results yet, but it is happening and you are going in the right path towards it. She's planting seeds here, and she has planted seeds. She's been tending to these plants every day, giving it what it needs. So this is representing your manifestation, but it's just not speeding up. But just because you can't see things on the surface doesn't mean that those roots aren't really digging in deep. So, and it doesn't mean that it's not growing. Okay, so be a bit patient with yourself if this is to do with you, because the Hermit could be about yourself. But it feels like spend some time alone if you need to, in isolation, or to really reflect on something here, because the answer is there for you. It's just that it might not look the way that you expect it, or it might not be coming in as quickly as you'd like it. All right, let's look at loyal hearts. You have the Queen of Cups, so this feels like you, Cancer, because you are a water sign, and this is a Cancerian sign card. So this is telling me that you're definitely in your emotions at the moment, either very sentimental or really thinking about your feelings. You have the Eight of Wands, all right, which is a card about a message coming in. One more for loyal hearts. The Knight of Wands could be somebody. And the Fool. I felt like you're like leaving your current situation, but I don't see that being to do with love. Whether you're in a relationship with someone and it feels like there's a leap of faith, a new journey between the two of you. It could be travel for some, or moving for others of you. Interestingly enough, I'm not seeing another person in this. So I don't know if you're single and you're going to be meeting someone through travel or through a very ambitious energy, by the way. This Eight of Wands is about things really moving in the right direction. Things are speeding up for you. A lot of opportunities coming away. Knight of Wands is almost like you meeting those opportunities, you going out there, you having fun, you being a lot more optimistic and hearing a lot more active too. So maybe you are doing fitness. Maybe you are just trying to conquer new things and test your limits. Very passionate energy coming from you, which is amazing. But there's something about a new beginning happening in terms of your relationships or your heart. All right, is there another person in this story? King of Swords could be dealing with an air sign. All right, Aquarius energy, Gemini, Libra. The Lovers, Gemini energy. Well, this is about love here. The Lovers is also a card about choice too. You have the Ace of Swords, could be some like new beginnings coming through here, into like some sort of clarity coming in to relationship. This is a card about harmonies and reconciliation. So whether you guys are mending certain things here or trying to balance a connection, or again, this might be where you need patience. Okay, it could be in a relationship with somebody. Go and do your thing. All right, the situation will work out the way it needs to. Okay, in a very fated way. Two of Wands. Think about your future, Cancer. All right, expanding. That's that card about expanding. And if you're with someone who you can't expand with, then you already know. If something's holding you back or holding you down, you might be outgrowing a situation. That's up to you to release, to expand. Okay, this week is about releasing to expand, though. I will say that seems to be your message, and that's going to be the most beneficial path for you. Okay, but let's look at the fates. Page of Swords, the Sun. That does feel like this is the envy. If you're stepping into a new beginning where you're financially abundant, you're looking after yourself, you're looking good, feeling good. Like I'm feeling like usually the Queen of Pentacles is not the card where I'm speaking about your physical beauty or the way that you dress. Usually it's the Queen of Wands, but it feels like because like you're kind of like you're embodying wealth. So even if you don't have the money, it's like the way that you're turning up, it looks like you are a very wealthy, stable person. But of course that attracts jealousy. Page of Swords. People are curious. People are watching you. If you have social media, for example, or if people are able to speak about you, then the Page of Swords does feel like there is somebody who's a little bit jealous, envious, or triggered by some sort of glow up. The World and the Sun card, fame, fortune, getting attention, recognition, you glowing up, you focusing on your happiness. That's your fate. If you have had a falling out with somebody, it does feel like they are going to be envious of you because you're stepping into your purpose, and maybe this person is exactly where you left them, or the situation in general. Let's just clarify the Page of Swords quickly. Yeah, the Four of Cups, somebody feels a little bit left out. I think they're putting on a front that they're over it, like they're not interested, but I will say that they do think about you, and they do have feelings and emotions for you, but they're very blocked off to it. And I think somebody's in a bit of denial, but you're in this very beautiful fated energy. Major Arcana cards here. So it really is about being in a very strong energy. And because we're speaking about the fates, you're really stepping into alignment with your purpose by releasing some things. Okay. major glow up, major happiness. The Sun card is the best card in the deck, so it's really about a lot of joy coming in for you. Okay, somebody is envious, somebody is blocked off, somebody is in denial. Okay, let's look at the Y card, Queen of Swords, and the Eight of Pentacles. It's interesting. Queen of Swords is again kind of a bit about getting a lot of clarity, and being quite logical about something and building a strategy, maybe even as well, building a plan. Queen of Swords is being very clear and direct about what she wants. Eight of Pentacles with the Y card. Eight of Pentacles is about making progress, about building on something and building your skills in something, or building your finances, or you're definitely putting effort towards something here. For some of you, this could be kind of coming off of this card. You needed some time to yourself to think about why something might not be working in this time frame. I think it's happening for a reason, but this is like now being clear of it and actually being able to make a change, or maybe doing something differently, or actually being able to harvest what you've built for yourself here. Like you're able to actually take those seeds now and do something with them, whatever that means to you. This definitely feels like you guys are really being very disciplined moving forward, so that you can really connect to your purpose, to your why. Okay. And the Queen of Pentacles, again, if some of you are really stepping into a very financially abundant time. It's a card of fertility as well. So you're really bringing things to life. Okay. All right, let's look at release. What needs to be released? The Knight of Cups and the Nine of Cups. Interesting. This is really about vulnerability, and the Nine of Cups is about like wish fulfillment here, but it can also be a bit about greed. So some of you might need to release any kind of like greed or pride, or people who are like that. Let's quickly look at the Knight of Cups and the Nine of Cups. Some of you could be getting an apology. Yeah, Two of Cups coming in here. That's a soulmate card, by the way. So what needs to be released? Can you be clearer? Judgment. This is a card of clarity. This is a card of forgiveness from time to time. Doesn't mean that you have to let someone in your life if you don't want it. But some of you, I do sense a little bit of like a heart to heart. I don't know if you might have a little bit of like a sense of pride, or whatever. Do what you need to do. But judgment here, what needs to be released is like there is a surrender coming up in a connection with somebody. And I do feel like it can either really, I think you'll be on the same page as somebody, like you'll understand somebody a little bit deeper. Whether or not you stay in their life or they stay in yours doesn't matter. That's up to you to decide. But judgment is that things become very clear for you, okay? And that you're able to learn a lesson about something and understand something on a deeper level and surrender something so that you can move forward to expand, most likely, like we've been saying. Okay, let's just quickly pull a card for what is your purpose then. The Nine of Wands, I kind of feel like this is saying not to give up. At the moment, like your purpose, at least for this week, is to keep pushing even when things have been quite tough for you, because as we've seen, you've been through some challenges. The Nine of Wands is a card of being a wounded warrior, having already had to like defend yourself or fight for what you want. The Nine of Wands is saying that there is just a little bit more of a push coming in, but you have the energy to kind of get ready for it and say, okay, like enough is enough. Like a means to an end here. And then we have the Star, which is about vulnerability and healing. And that is kind of similar to your purpose here. Is like, I think you're going to be, figuring out some sort of clarity about why you're here, what you're here to do. Some of you will be really good communicators moving forward. You are going to get this like clear new beginning. The Star is about healing something. Healing your wounds is one thing I would say is part of your purpose. I feel like you guys have been through a lot of maybe like trauma or have a lot of baggage to do with your past. That's put you in survival mode. I think a part of it is to really kind of be in a vulnerable, not a vulnerable position, but to maybe give to yourself more. Some of you with the Star card is about giving to others as well. As you can see, she's giving, she's putting water back into the rivers so that the animals can drink. Some of you could end up helping animals or helping people. And she's also giving water back to the earth so that the trees can grow and bear fruit for people and for animals. So some of you, it's about healing and giving back and being of service in some way, okay? Ace of Swords is saying that this is going to be very clear to you what you need to do. Okie dokie. I'm going to love you and leave you, Cancer. Wish you guys all the best. I hope this reading has helped in some way. We have a lot of messages here. So I hope it made some sense to you. Please let me know. Make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoy these readings. It helps me out on the channel here with the algorithm. So feel free to do that if you want to, but never mind if not. Either way, I hope to see you guys next time, all right?